You picked the perfect neutral. You spent weeks swatching it on your wall, and somehow it still looks cheap. It's not the paint. It's one of these 10 mistakes, and at least one of them is something you did this weekend. Number 10. You matched your wall color to your trim, your ceiling, your furniture, everything. It felt safe. It felt coordinated. But here is what actually happened. Your room lost all depth. Everything blends into one flat beige blur. There is nothing to look at, nothing to focus on, just one continuous wash of the same tone. You do not need contrast everywhere, but you need it somewhere. A darker trim, a slightly different white on the ceiling. One shift is enough to give the eye somewhere to land. The next one is the reason your paint looks completely different in photos than it does in person, and it has nothing to do with your camera. Number 9. You use the same finish everywhere, flat on the walls, flat on the trim, flat on the doors. Or you went high gloss on everything because it looked clean. Here's the thing. Sheen is a tool, not a default. Matte hides imperfections, but goes flat and dead under any light. Gloss reflects beautifully, but exposes every bump, every roller mark, every flaw on the wall underneath it. The fix is contrast. Matte on the walls, semi-gloss on the trim. That contrast alone makes a room read as intentional, deliberate, expensive. Speaking of light, keep that in mind, because the very last mistake on this list is all about light, and it's the one that's ruined entire renovations. Number 8. You tested your paint color by holding that tiny little swatch up to the wall. Or worse, you painted one small square in the corner and called it done. Here's why that's a problem. Paint changes color depending on how much surface it covers. That color on a 2-inch swatch looks completely different spread across an entire wall. Paint a real sample, at least 2 feet square, and look at it morning, noon, and night. A color that looks soft and warm at 9 in the morning can look gray and lifeless by 4 in the afternoon. If you've ever repainted a room once already because it just didn't feel right, this is probably why. It wasn't your taste. It was the test. The next mistake is one I see in almost every home I walk into, and it starts at the ceiling. Number 7. You painted your ceiling flat white. Automatically, without thinking, and sometimes that's exactly right. But a white ceiling in a room with warm walls creates a harsh line, and that line makes the room feel chopped up, smaller, cheaper, less intentional. Try extending your wall color onto the ceiling in a lighter version of the same shade. Or, if you're feeling brave, go dark on the ceiling instead. It sounds counterintuitive, but it adds more depth than a flat white ever could. Here's something sneakier. The next mistake is the one that makes people feel like something's off without ever being able to say why. Number 6. Every paint color has an undertone hiding inside it. Your neutral gray might be pulling blue. Your warm white could be pulling yellow. When two colors with clashing undertones sit next to each other, your brain doesn't know why it looks wrong. It just looks cheap, off, slightly unsettling in a way you can't name. If you've ever stood in a room and thought, something's not right here, without being able to point to what, that feeling is real, and this is usually the cause. The fix. Hold your swatch next to a true white sheet of paper. The undertone reveals itself instantly. Okay, pause for a second, because everything so far has been about color. Quick reminder, we still owe you that light mistake, the one that's wrecked entire renovations. That's coming. But first, the next 4 mistakes have nothing to do with which color you picked. They're about what happens after the paint goes on the wall, and one of them can ruin a paint job within days, not years. Number 5. Your roller nap was wrong for your wall texture. Smooth walls need a short nap, around 3/16 of an inch. Textured walls need something longer, closer to 1/2 inch. Get it wrong, and here's what happens. Streaks, an orange peel texture, uneven coverage that only shows up when light hits the wall from the side. usually at night, under a lamp, right when you're not expecting it. The wrong nap can also leave little fibers stuck in the wet paint, drying into the surface as tiny bumps you'll feel every time you run a hand along the wall. You'll blame the paint. It's not the paint. It's the roller you grabbed off the shelf without thinking twice. This next one isn't just ugly. It's expensive because it doesn't show up the day you paint. It shows up 2 weeks later. Number 4. You spot primed a small patch and painted right over it without priming the rest of the wall. The primed patch absorbs paint differently than the bare drywall around it. You won't see it while it's wet, but once it fully dries, usually a week or 2 later, a faint shadow appears exactly where that patch is, like a scar that was hiding under the surface the whole time. Prime the entire wall, not just the patch. 1 extra hour now. No repainting the entire room later. And here's the one that can go from looks fine to actually falling apart in under a month. Number 3. You painted over a dark color or onto bare new drywall without primer first. New drywall is thirsty. It soaks up that first coat like a sponge, leaving a patchy, uneven finish no matter how careful you are. But it gets worse. Skip primer on certain surfaces and you don't just get bad coverage, you can get bubbling, peeling, paint that lifts clean off the wall in sheets within weeks, especially in bathrooms, kitchens, or anywhere with moisture. Sometimes it starts as something as small as a single bubble near the baseboard, and within days, it spreads across the whole wall. Primer isn't optional. It's the only thing holding that top coat onto your wall in the first place. Now the mistake we promised you, the one about light. Number 2, you chose your paint color at noon in a room with south-facing windows, but your actual room faces north, or you picked it under store lighting, engineered to make every color look flattering. Here is the truth. Natural light shifts throughout the day, and every direction changes color differently. North-facing rooms run cool, south-facing rooms run warm, east-facing rooms look golden in the morning and turn flat and gray by afternoon. The exact same can of paint can look like 3 completely different colors in 3 different rooms in your own house. This is the one that quietly undoes everything else on this list, and you can fix the sheen, the primer, the undertones perfectly, and still end up with the wrong color simply because of where the sun was when you tested it. Which brings us to the very last one, and it is the simplest mistake on this entire list, which is exactly why almost everyone makes it. Number 1, you chose your paint color in the store, under fluorescent lighting, surrounded by dozens of other swatches, on a tiny little card the size of your thumb. That color does not exist in your room. It does not exist under your lighting, next to your furniture, with your floors underneath it. Every single variable in your house changes how that color actually reads. The store is the worst possible place to choose paint. Take the swatches home. Paint big samples. Live with them for 3 days, morning, afternoon, evening, and night with the lamps on. The color on the card is a suggestion. The color on your wall is the truth. The next video is on your screen right now.